Well, good morning. Fall is definitely here. Al showed you our great big huge Sweet 100. We're here in the north side of our berry patch where, if you remember, I planted some provider beans because I wasn't sure if they were the ones that we had last year that were kind of stringy, and I wanted to do a plot of them all by themselves. And as you can see, we are getting a nice bunch of them. And the interesting thing that I found is these are sweeter and more tender than the French bush beans we grew. So these are definitely going to be our bush beans next year. Also, if you take a look over here, we have this one surviving summer squash that we let mature. And we're going to save those seeds and grow them next year. They seem to, this particular plant, oh look, we've got some.
We might get some more dinners out of this.
Yeah, look at that. There's some new little summer squash coming. So we will grow this definitely next year, the seeds from this, because it did seem to be more resistant to the squash beetles. That may not have been the reason, but we'll find out. Now we want to take a look at what we've been doing in the greenhouse.
But on the way to the greenhouse, let's stop by the hazelnut tree.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah, let's show them the hazelnut tree.
Yeah.
This is just an extra tomato plant I threw in here. It's not in the raised beds, but I've pruned off all of the extra leaves and stuff. And look at those tomatoes. That is bodacious.
Okay, we have a couple of different species
Varieties.
of the hazelnut. Varieties, there you go. Varieties of the hazelnut. And this largest tree in the center seems to drop its nuts on the ground much earlier. Well, we know that the small one to the right tends to keep the nuts on the tree until even after the leaves fall. So Gretchen is going to pick up some of the nuts that are already starting to self-harvest, and we'll set those aside and put them in the dryer.
Well, I'm sure they don't want to watch us pick up all of these.
No, here's a few more, and we'll come back and
Hazelnut.
finish this project while we go to the next one.
But as you take a look over here, you can see these are not as mature.
Nope, they're still clinging to the tree, very much so, where these are starting to fall. In fact, there's a couple right there that fell with their husk around them.
Yeah.
You kind of get a chance to see that. Anyway, you ready to head to the greenhouse to finish
Well, let's
up?
take a look at the third.
Oh, the third one. Okay, yeah.
We do have 3 hazelnut trees. Let's see what our third one is doing over here. So far, it hasn't produced much. I don't know why.
I don't know what's going on here, but I don't find, but
I don't see any.
I found one clear up here. It's already fallen. There's several right up in here, Gretchen.
Oh, there's several that have fallen right over
And
here.
there's several fallen here. So
Yeah, see, look at there. There's a bunch of them. We just didn't see them.
Yep.
So
it must be more of the same.
well, we bought this one and the big one at the same time.
Yeah, and this one seems to be growing pretty tall too. What I find interesting is I want you to see right here. You see these seed thingies? Yeah, there we go. You see these seed pods? I don't know what they are, but seem to be all over it.
That's the male portion that will.
Oh,
It'll hang on there all year, probably until spring.
okay. Well, over at the greenhouse, we're working on some supports, and Gretchen is the first half of that support system that we're working on.
Well, we didn't have any problem with the greenhouse last year, but we didn't have a heavy snowpack. And we've noticed it just sags just a tiny bit, and we have become concerned if we have a heavy snow, which we can do once in a while in Boise, and it's warm enough here that it will be very wet snow and it won't last long. And it could even get some ice on it. So we've decided that we needed some additional support. So the first thing is I have laid these pavers that we had left over from when we did the patio change. And that gives it a place for Al to put his support over here. You take a look down there and you can see where the support, and then it goes up to a T. And we'll put a couple more of those in, and I think that'll be enough. We don't want too many because then I can't get to my work area here.
Now for my part, Gretchen has taken over the control of the camera, because what I need to do is I've already built one of these, and all you do, it's very simple. First off, let me, I think I need another support right about here. So I'll just get a measurement in there, and it tells me that right about there it's 73 3/4. So what I do is I take that measurement, 73 3/4, and I subtract the dimension, 1.5 inches, from this so that I can put the top, cut this off up here, and put it on the top of the long post to make the T that we have here. And I'll have 1, 2, 3, I'll probably have about 4 more. And what these are, as Gretchen said, if they need to be, they can be moved out, pulled out of the way, and then set back in place to support it during the heavy snow times. Because we remove the snow when it falls, but sometimes you can get up to a morning of wet snow and 2 foot of it on the greenhouse. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. See you next week.
Bye.